So I'm still in the studio and I'm going to go straight to Andy Morrison, who I think is currently the only positive Manchester City fan around. And he is going to make us all feel better. Andy.
I'm going to keep it real now. I don't know about feeling better. It's a title challenge. It's to win the Premier League, and it's not going to be given to you, and it's not going to come easy. It's going to be. It might not be the last points that City will drop, but if you were a point ahead at this point in the season, with Liverpool still coming here, why would you? It's a title race. It's fantastic, and to win it would mean that it would be an incredible achievement and something that, you know, everyone would look back on and say, what a title race. And that's what you want. You know, yes, when we were 14 points clear, I get it, drift through to it, brilliant, but it's not going to work like that. But everything is still in Manchester City's hands. Palace were excellent. We're very, very good in what they've done, and it just wasn't their night. But it's a point, and it's a point towards the title as far as I'm concerned.
And he's absolutely right. I mean, such is the standard that the team has set in the past that, you know, winning the league April, and we're like the league sort of sewn up, and we've come to sort of expect and want that. But he's absolutely right. It's the Premier League, and we always talk about how a team at the bottom of the table can actually get points against teams that's second or top of the table, and we think, how is that? Because it's the Premier League. So again, everything is in our hands. So we will want it to be 3, 6, 9 points of difference and sort of cruise it, but this is what it is. I said they'll find a way. We weren't able to, but I always knew it was going to be a tough game today. But I'm still excited about what's to come in terms of the remainder of the season, because we have a quality manager and we have quality players.
You say Palace were excellent, Andy. Mm-hmm. They were. We thought that they were going to tire at some point. We thought they couldn't keep that press up and that pace up and that energy for the whole game. But they did. Yeah. Are you at all concerned about any part of our performance, or is it one of those days?
It's one of those days, and it's great credit to them. You know, we've had chances, and the Bernardo Silva one with Grealish has pulled it across and just can't quite open his foot out. So the chances are there, the energy there, the desire from the players is there also, and that's what impressed me as well. You know, the running to get the ball, Grealish running, chasing back, they're all at it. And tonight it just didn't quite happen, but everybody was at it tonight. It wasn't a flat performance. It just didn't quite click. And, you know, I mentioned Harry Kane when we played Tottenham, and I thought it was an exceptional performance. I thought the lad tonight, Gallagher in midfield, I thought he was exceptional, and his pressing and everybody else played all that. So give them a bit of credit and be humble enough to sort of say that we've gone there and they've done a job on us, but it's still in a fantastic position to be in. If we were a point behind and we had to go to Anfield, I would be not as positive, but as Sean's just said, the manager, the players, the bench, the experience, and the performance excited me, because Rodri was getting frustrated. They were chasing after the ball. There was an energy. They know the importance of it, and you know, if there was anything there it was just forcing it. They forced it a little bit towards the end, but no, it's not a negative tonight, Nat. Not for me.
Yeah, you did stress so much before the game about how much of a difficult game this was going to be. You know, the Monday night, the crowd playing Palace, who'd already beat us. You know, everything. I think we all expected a tough game. And you're right. So mathematically, we're looking at it as we're 4 points clear at the top of the league. Liverpool's game in hand is Wednesday. They play Arsenal. So if they were to win that, it would be 1 point behind. If they don't, come on, Arsenal. That's what I say, Sean.
Come on, Arsenal.
But it's mathematically, it's still in our hands.
Yes, it is. And again, you know, it's in our hands. And whether Arsenal are to win it or lose it, I think the players will be just thinking, once they sort of have that moment tonight and then tomorrow morning, I think they'll be just like, listen, it's in our own hands. We're capable of going to remain of the season and winning every game. And this is what we know. So it'll be the FA Cup. They'll be able to sort of regroup themselves with that, get back to winning ways, even though it's the FA Cup, and then kick on. So I'm not worried at all, not at all.
Oh, I'm glad. You're both making me feel much better. A couple of other tactical questions I'm hoping you might be able to pick for me, Andy. Why do you think we didn't make any subs tonight?
I think Pep can only answer that, because I think we were all looking at 55, 60 away from home, and the energy that they expand is something different. You know, I really thought the lad Mitchell, the young lad, the left back, I thought he did really, really well. But a different, you know, even if it was if it had been Sterling for the last 10 minutes even, his change of direction and his pace, and he wins penalties because the initial movement is that quick that then defenders are struggling to get back, and then you might get a foul on the edge of the box or something. So that was the only thing that I thought maybe Raheem would have come on and maybe changed it a little bit like that. But, the manager knows what he's doing, and there's a big game on Saturday.
Yeah, he does. Absolutely. I mean, sometimes you could have a player, you could have, Grealish, for instance, and the fullback sort of understands what Grealish has been doing and has had the rubbery green and defended him well. And then you could have a Sterling that comes on and just approaches it just a little different, that then finds that yard to get across and slide a ball across. But the manager's chosen not to have a sub. I don't think anyone's played bad. I think it would, if anything, it would have just been a different approach in terms of our attacking players. But in Pep we trust, so I don't ever doubt him.
Always. We've had a question in from Pranav from Canada, which I think is really suitable to ask now. Andy, Pranav wants to know, does Walker look slightly off the pace to you tonight? Lots of miscontrolled passes and no overlaps.
Yeah, it's a good point on the overlaps because he didn't go beyond on many times, but I think that's instruction from the manager. Because Saha will cheat. So if you're going in behind and there's no end product and it breaks down, then we're in a real trouble. And I think it's a ploy to, we don't want you going beyond. So it's a great point that he's actually spotted, but that'll be tactical because Saha will cheat, and it's a tactical cheat. It's not a cheat. It's what teams do. Just hang around there, and if it breaks down, we've got our most effective player. So that's why. And I think there was a few times, I think listening just at the end there on the commentary from Ali and Michael Brown, they were just saying it was rushed, and while since we've seen that, that's what happens. A team have been chasing all the time, and they're chasing. There's freedom in that chase. Once you're there, and then, the pressure's on you to maintain it, the emotions of the game change. So, there's a lot of pressure on them tonight, similar to the Everton game, and they created enough chances. They created enough to win the game. If there was no end product and we were dominated, I'd be worried, but I'm not, because we dominated the ball, we created chances, just wasn't our night, but it's a good point.
Yeah, and there was also desire. You saw that desire towards the end to, as you say, Grealish, even when a ball was misplaced, he's running off the field to go get that ball so the play could be started. There was a desire to say, we can get this chance, we can create this chance, and we can score this goal. It just wasn't to be.
Thank you, both of you. I do feel a bit better. I'll sleep on it, and I'm sure I'll feel better tomorrow as well. So appreciate your words, as always. So let's have a look now at who's stats. So we gave you the 3 clues earlier. How have you got on? Thank you for sending in your guesses to #ManCity. We're going to give you all 3 clues again now. So this is your last chance. So clue 1, this player is a Champions League winner. Clue 2, this player has been sent off once in their Premier League, in the Premier League, coincidentally for a foul on Carlos Tevez. And clue 3, this player has a 100% clean sheet record this season. So, gents, any guesses?
Go on, Sean.
Scott Carson.
Scott Carson. Is it Scotty Carson? It is! Big Scott Carson! Love that one. Did you get it at home? Let us know. It was #ManCity. Congratulations to you if you did. I did get that one tonight. I did not get the one last week, so I'm happy with myself there. Now, of course, our next game is Sunday, the FA Cup against Southampton. I cannot wait for that game. I adore the FA Cup. And then obviously after that, we've got a little bit of a break for the internationals. So big game on Sunday. So looking ahead to the FA Cup game, Sean, when we drew Southampton, my initial reaction was, we've had a couple of tough games against them this season, and they were in a great run of form. Since we've drawn them, they've lost. Yes,
Pep will look at this game as a whole new game. Southampton is a team that, certainly when I've watched them, they're a team that when they get it together, they look really good on the eye. They've caused us some trouble at some times in terms of being able to, break our lines and create chances and opportunities. So it'll be an interesting game, but I suspect that we'll do well and come through because, again, we still want to be fighting on all fronts.
Yeah, of course. And will it be a welcome break from the Premier League, Andy? Or would you have rather gone straight into another Premier League game? Because we won't have one now until April.
I don't think there is any welcome breaks now. I just think it's relentless, and I just think it's game after game, and massive questions being asked if you don't win. You know, even if you draw, you go to Southampton, you know, massive pressure on the team to go and win the game. It's expected. Is it the be-all and end-all for me? No, it's not. I get what people are saying, but there's bigger fish this season. The Premier League and the Champions League are the key components this year, and yes, I expect us to go and win the game against Southampton, but a difficult opposition who tactically work in a similar way to what Palace done. It's not a deep block; it's a mid block, and they go and ask questions and they put pressure on you. So it'll be similar to today's game. But if we create as many chances as that again, we can't play 90 minutes again without scoring. Are
you expecting a similar team, do you think, on Sunday, Sean? That's played
I think our team will be very strong. I think I can see Fernandinho coming into it, Jesus. Gundogan is always liable to create chances and score goals. So I can see those three coming into the field.
Sterling as well, I would have thought.
Sterling. Because, again, we've got such a great squad in terms of our depth of squad. And it's still going to feel like a solid team, really good team that's going out. So looking forward to it.
And between now and then, Liverpool play Arsenal on Wednesday, and then we have the Champions League draw on Friday as well. So it's a big week, but we're not even playing. Yeah,
brilliant. Yeah, absolutely.
Brilliant. Andy, thank you so much. Sean, big thank you to both of you. Always a pleasure. Always learn something. Always feel better as well. And a big thank you to you for joining us on Matchday Live this evening. So City have drawn 0-0 with Crystal Palace tonight. We've not scored against Palace this season. They played excellent. But as Andy Morrison has so rightly told us, lots and lots of positives. We are 4 points clear of Liverpool. It is still in our hands. So I'll be back with you on Sunday for that big FA Cup game against Southampton, when we'll talk about hopefully an Arsenal victory and a kind draw in the Champions League. We'll see you on Sunday.
The Blue Run is back for 2022.
3, 2, 1.
Join us on Saturday, 26th of March. Why not get involved? All funds will help City in the Community mental health program. Dress up in blue, dye your hair blue, paint your veins blue, wear your City kit. Under 5s go free.